Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And to this video, we will solve about the spherical object. But before anything else, I will give you the solution to the question I gave last premiere. Find x. Here is the diagram. This is the easiest question I gave. So, we can solve x by using just ratio and proportion. So, x is to 10. X is to 10 equals this one. See, from here to here, because we have 20, minus 18, so this is 2. So, 2 is to 20. Two is to 20. So, cross multiply, 20x is equal to 20. X therefore is equal to 1. Yan ang sagot. Madali lang, di ba? Here is the question to be answered here on the premiere. Find x. The equation 2x squared plus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now solve the x using this quadratic formula. Solve the x using this quadratic formula. A sphere has a diameter of 32 mm. A frustum of the sphere is created by passing two parallel planes, one 12 mm from the center and the other 10 mm from the center and on opposite side of it. Compute the volume of the frustum. Now here, to solve this one, we need two formulas, the volume of the sphere and the volume of the spherical segment. Just a brief review of the sphere. Now, this is already a tilted sphere. For example, imagine that this is a solid sphere. So, if this one, if you look at the front, this curve will become a straight line. So, if you tilt like this, it will become like this, same. So, if we are looking at the front side of the sphere, this is the so this one, this curve will become straight because this is already tilted. So this one, the area intercepted by the two planes, parallel planes, this we call it the frustum of the sphere. And this is the spherical segment, this is the spherical segment. So here we need the volume of the sphere, which is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. And we need the volume of the spherical segment, which is equal to pi over 3 h squared times 3r minus h. So now we're talking about a sphere. Now a sphere, of course, if this ball is a spherical shape, but this is not a sphere because a sphere must be a solid object and this is not solid. It is only a spherical shape. Now, for example, this is a sphere. This is a solid sphere, for example. Now, it is written here that two parallel planes, one from 12 mm from the center. So, this is the center. So, this is 12. And the other one, from here to here, is 10 mm. And the radius, of course, because the radius, it is 32 mm, the diameter, but the radius half of the diameter, so it is equal to, this is equal to 16 mm. Now, this one, this is the first plane and this is the second plane. It's like, for example, this one. You will cut it here and you will cut it down with a plane, horizontal plane. Cut it like this, for example. You cut it like this. So this is the one. Looking on the front, but if you tilt little, you see it is like this. This is the first plane cutting and the second plane cutting. This one cut. So this one, the so-called frustum of a sphere. This is the one. So this is the frustum of a sphere. This one. This is the one. We cut from up and we cut from down. So this is the frustum of a sphere. Now, here, so we can designate this one from here to here. We can have H1, and from here to here, we can have this one as H2. We designate this one as H1, and the other one is H2, the second plane, and this is the first plane cutting. Now, to solve this one, here you said we have to compute the volume of a frustum. Now, the volume of a frustum can be solved by taking the total of the sphere minus this volume, okay? So, we call it volume 1. And this volume also, we call it volume 2. So, V1 minus V2. So, the total volume minus this volume minus this another volume. So, this one, the one left is this one. So, we need to find the volume of this one, the frustum of a sphere. We call it the frustum of the sphere. Now, of course, to solve this one first, we have to find V1, Vs, V1, and V2. So, first we will solve the volume of a sphere, the total sphere, which is equal to Vs is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Now, r, of course, is half of the 32 is 16. So, substituting the value 4/3 pi times 16 cube. Therefore, volume of the sphere is equal to 17,198.59. This is the volume of the sphere, the total volume. Now, of course, as I've said, we can find the volume of frustum if we take the total, then minus the volume 1 and volume 2. Now, before we can solve the volume 1, we have to find first the H1. The height H1 is equal to, since this one from here to here is 16, because 16, if you will go around, it's the same. The radius is the same. So, from here to here is 16 minus this one from here to here, which is equal to 12. So, 16 minus 12 is equal to 4. This is the H1. And the H2 is equal to, again, 16, because the radius from here to everywhere is 16. So, from here to here is 16 minus this one from here to here is equal to 10 mm. So, it's equal to 16 minus 10 is equal to 6. Now, from here, we can solve already the volume 1. Volume 1, which is equal to pi over 3 times H1 squared times 3 times the R, which is equal to 16 minus the H1. H1, which is equal to 4. Now, volume 1 therefore is equal to 737.23 mm cube. This is the volume 1. Now, to solve the volume 2 is equal to pi over 3h2 squared times 3r minus h2. Therefore, pi over 3 times the h2, which is equal to, h2 is equal to 6 squared times 3 times the r reduced, which is equal to 16, minus h2, of course. Volume 2 therefore is equal to 1583.38 mm cube. After simplifying this one, this will be the result, 1583.38 mm cube. As I've said before, if we are talking about radians, the value of pi is 3.14. But if we are talking about angle, the pi is 180 degrees. Now, we have the V1 and we have the V2, so and we have the volume of the whole sphere. Therefore, we can solve the volume of the frustum, which is equal to the volume of the sphere, which is 17,198.59, minus the volume 1, which is 737.23, minus the volume 2, which is 1583.38. Simplifying this one, volume of frustum of a sphere therefore is equal to 14,836.69, 14,836.69 mm cube. This is the answer to the question, the volume of the frustum of the sphere.
Sorry, it's DJ.